Hello everybody, Dave Shopius here. I want to document a little control issue I'm having. Well, it's actually a big control issue I'm having with my right arm. And this has been working great for years, or I'm sorry, for months. And the problem is, I think, an encoder issue where it only happens in one direction. When I'm pulling in the arm with the lower motor on the rail system, it'll like compress ticks or counts, and it'll jump really fast, and then it'll smash in, and then towards the end of the travel, it'll smash into the back of the stops and create a control error in the Kangaroo. I'm using an encoder. I don't know what the encoder is right now at the top of my head. It's a two-channel encoder, high resolution, and it's been working great for a long time. And then I have wiring between that and a Kangaroo X2 daughter board that's hooked up to a Sabertooth 32 amp motor controller. And that Kangaroo controls the speed and the position. It reads the speed and position and controls the controller. So the problem is somewhere between the encoder, the wiring, or the Kangaroo. I'm thinking it's the encoder because I had it out once doing some modifications to the robot, and I bounced it around a little bit and hit the pins on it, and I might have broken a solder joint or something. But anyway, let me show you what I got here. You'll see as it comes out in one position, it'll be fine. Right now I have, hopefully this will work. I need to start the Kangaroo. I'm homing it right now. Okay, it's homed all the way to the back, so it's at 0. Just so I don't have any issues here, I'm going to restrict this movement. It usually goes from 685 when it's all the way out millivolts to 0, and where it's sitting right now. So I'm going to make it 0 point, like an 80 millivolts, and the extended I'm going to make all the way out to where it's supposed to be 685. And then it came out to, it went from 0 to 80. You just saw it move by itself. So that was my soft limit I set. So it came out to where it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to move it out to the end. And you can see, as it pauses, that's me stopping and getting another run at the slider. But it's working nice. Well, that's 686. So actually, it can come out quite a bit more. I think my endpoint is like 860. I'm a little dyslexic. Sorry about that. So I'm going to pull it back in. Oh, did you see it jump there? That's what I'm talking about. It hit that point, one point, and it jumped. And now my endpoint is, I've got it back to 80 millivolts, and this is like almost to the back. You can see the big difference there. I'm going to stop it again and reset my endpoints one more time. Hopefully this works. I'm going to make it from, again, 90 to 860 this time. Okay, it just bumped out just a little bit there. Now let's take it out. Okay, that's 860. So I have a little bit more travel I could go. But I'm going to bring it in, and you'll see it jump a couple times. Oh, see it? See the shutter? Oh, and then there. And there I have it. I have it at the very rear stop right now, and it's showing 209 millivolts. It's supposed to be, what, 80, 90? Let's do that again. I'll bring it out. 860, and now it's way short. See, it didn't come out even close to where it's supposed to be. So my readings are off when it jumps like that. I'm going to bring it again. I'll bring it in very slowly. Oh, and you see it jump right there. And it jumped about 200 millivolts. Boom, it's there. And right now it's at 479, which should be about midway. And you see how far it's back in? I'm going to bring it back in. And now I'm all the way to the back. And I got a control error because I'm hitting the rear. And it's showing almost 300 millivolts. So every time it does that, it jumps quite a bit. So I'm going to put it in open loop. Hopefully I can do this. And you'll see how nicely it runs. Okay, I'm going to bring it out. Open loop is non-controlled. I've taken all the feedback off of it. And here they come out. Okay. Okay, in. See how nice and smooth it is all the way in. All the way out. Nice and smooth. This is like RC guys do with their controllers. And you can see there's no jump. So that tells me that there's something in my feedback. Controller, encoder, or the wiring. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the camera off and set it up so you can watch the oscilloscope or my control software and see what it looks like on there. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back. What you're looking at now is the Describe software that comes with the Kangaroo. Oops, sorry about that. And the Kangaroo and the Sabertooth combination. This is really good software. It helps me get into the Kangaroo and set all sorts of stuff, limits and stops and speeds and everything else. You can really refine the way it works. And you can also test it when you're having problems like this. So I've got here, I hope you can see this up here on the top, we have live position and live speed for channel 1. That's my right motor for my rail system. Over here is channel 2. That's my second motor for the other side, the other rail system in and out. Right now I want to do the live position. I don't hardly ever do this live speed. What I'm more concerned is positioning. Pardon me. So it's asking me now, I clicked on live position, asked me now what my normal travel range should be. And originally I had it at -5 to 865. So what I want to do is say no to that, and I want to restrict that because I know it's going to slam into it right away. And I'm going to put this at like 80 is my minimum. And I want to take it all the way out to 865, which was my maximum. I know that one works good. So click OK, and you can probably hear it moved out. I'm not going to show you that. So what you see in here is the slider right here that goes up and down. I can grab that and move it up, and you'll see this line come up with it slowly. And watch closely. As I bring it up, you'll see it jump or shutter. I'm going to do it really slow, and that's where I'm having my problems. Well, actually, you won't see any on this because I'm extending the arm, and you can't see it right now, but I'm seeing it in person, and the arm is almost already out to the end of the stop right now, which it is. Okay, now you see that went really nice and smooth. We'll bring it back in, and that's where you're going to see the issues. I'm going to bring it back slowly. Oop, right there. The first one. She starts to see it jump. It went from like 870 to 770. Let's do that again. I'm just bringing it very slowly. Oh, there it was. Just a little burp there. It jumped quite a bit. And I'm going to bring it back to the stop. Oh, now she's, see up here I have a control error. That's because they hit the back stop and the Kangaroo thought there was an issue and it shut itself down, which is good. You don't want to burn anything out. So, but you'll notice here that it is at the position now is 147 instead of the original 80 where I started at. And I had actually bumped it out from 0 to 80. So we're about, oh, do your math really quick, Dave. 240 millivolts off. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. 80 and who cares? Anyway, now if I wanted to do this again, I'd have to reset everything, turn the Kangaroo off, reset it, get rid of that control error, and but you get the gist. You saw those two spots. I think as long as I have your attention, I'm going to stop this, reboot the Kangaroo. Because I had to shut it off all the way and turn it back on in the robot. And then what I do now is
successfully connected to your network.
Those are my Easy Bees coming back online. That's what I control the robot with. Easy robots, Easy Bees. Anyway, ignore that. What I want to do is connect now and download what was in the ROO. And this is that right now. It's downloading over a COM port. It's all serial connected directly to the back of the ROO. Now, again, push live position. Do I want to be, the Kangaroo's always have to be started. And then it wants to be home. That's where it takes it to 0. And it did. And do I want this? No, I don't want that. So I'm going to change this to, again, 80 and 860. And took it out from 0 to 80. You can see that. I can probably bring it. It won't let me bring it back in because that's okay. Now I'm going to bring it. It went out nice, smooth. Going to bring it back in. Oop! It had that first shutter there. See that? It'll do it one more time. Oop! Right there. You see how it came down and just kind of bumped out right there? I was doing it fast. And do it slow and you can kind of see it better. And now I'm going to bring it in slow. Oop, you had that first little jump there. Because I was bringing it slowly. I'm going to bring it back again really slow. At one point it'll jump on you. On me. Oop, right there. So, that's my problem. It's losing the count or adding count somewhere. If I bring it all the way back to the 80, I won't be able to get back to 80 until I get a right there, control error, boom, at 224. That what has happened is I'm all the way back in, and I'm hitting the stops.